All right, class, video 5 here. We're going to show you how to play measures 5 through 8 for the left hand, okay? So remember, in video number 2 for the left hand, we talked about these ties and how this means you're combining the value of what the notes tied together. So instead of the whole notes all equaling 4 beats, when we tie them with more whole notes, it's going to total 8 beats. So remember that our bottom note is our lower C with the pinky, and then it's on the C space for the bass clef. And then your next note is on the E space for the bass clef. Your next note is on the G space for the bass clef. Altogether, you got that same C, E, G, or we call this the C chord that we hold for 8 beats. Now, let's move to this 7th measure right here. Remember, this is your your G7 chord. So we take our pinky from the C and we move it to B. And then instead of playing the E, we're going to switch fingers and play this index finger on F. And then here, and remember, this is the F line, all right? This is the B line for your bass clef. This line right here is the F line. Remember, on the bass clef, the F line goes through these 2 dots for the bass clef. So an alternate name for the bass clef is the F clef, because the F line goes through these 2 dots right here. Okay, and so you have the F line, and then we have the G space. Okay, so all together, this is your G7 chord. That's what this looks like. So look at like the cluster of these notes. This is a G7 chord and what it looks like. Okay, next we go back to our C, E, G, which is our C chord. So only 2 primary positions in this song with the left hand. You got your C chord and your G7 chord. And then at the end of measure 8, we go back to the C chord. Okay? All right. So let's go ahead and play this. And again, I want you to be sure that you are looking at the notes as you play. Don't just stare at my hand. And that my hand is here to help. And the green keys lighting up is here to help. Don't get me wrong. But I want you to be sure that you are sight reading as well. And the way you can do that is just position your hand and trust that your hand is in position. And then follow the blue cursor as we move through the notes, okay? Let's do this 3 times.
2. Set. Go.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. G7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to C. 2, 3, and 4. All right, let's do that again. Keep that focus on the blue cursor as we're moving through the music,
2.
Okay?
Set. Go.
All right, 3rd and final time.
1, 2. Set. Go.
All right, once you're able to play all 3 times with no mistakes, play it correctly, you're ready to move to video 6.